Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you along here on this Tuesday. Kind of dark out there, a little windy. 32 degrees our temperature. A little winter mix on the way, but nothing huge here. But as you mentioned yesterday, some other places are going to be receiving more snow than they probably would like, or more mixed moisture, but we'll take it. The weekend looks good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good for sale day.
Absolutely.
Thursday looks good. Let's find out what's going on at the sale barns with Drew Gaffney, Broken Bow and Burwell Livestock Markets. Drew, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Well, we're doing pretty well. Brent kind of has a bright red sweater on. It's a hoodie with an N on it for knowledge.
Yeah,
And do you have one of those?
I do.
I figured
Probably
you
not
did.
the same size that Brad's got, but yeah.
Oh, you always kind of lighten our day, Drew. What's going on at the sale barns?
We had 2 big days last week. We had calf and feeder sales of both Broken Bow and Burwell Livestock. Had weigh-up market there in Broken Bow as well. About 680 head of weigh-ups checked in. Give you a little recap on what we got done last week. In the high-yielding cow weigh-up division, high-yielding cows was 97 to $1.12. The middle cut of those cows was 87 to 97. Porter and thinner cows was 82 to 86. Heiferettes was 98 to $1.53, and butcher bulls was $1 to $1.47. A lot of demand on those right now. In the heifer and steer division, in the heifers, we had some 472-pound heifers at $224. We had some 542-pound heifers at $242. Had some 616-pound heifers at $210. Had some 732-pound heifers at $1.86, and had some 781-pound heifers at $1.9550. In the steer division, we had some 483-pound steers at 2.5. Had some 543-pound steers at $258. Had some 784-pound steers at $207, and had some 851-pound steers at $1.93. Kind of how we got along last week. This week, got a big day in Broken Bow on Thursday. Got going to have weigh-up market there in the morning, and then starting right at 11:30, we're going to get into a cow-calf video sale and cow-calf live at the barn, as long as with some bred cows. And I'll kind of give you a little rundown on how we're going to operate there. In the heifer pair video segment, we got 30 head of Black Angus first calf heifer pairs. They've got some Sem-Angus black calves at side. Heifer's been poured or cake broke, very gentle. Calves are tagged to match at Alpha 7. They're 30 days of age. They're just outstanding set of heifers, and the location on those is 6 miles east and 4 north of Broken Bow, and they're coming from Austin French. And we got 20 head of black first calf heifer pairs with black calves at side. Cows had a complete mineral program tagged or calf to match, born in February there. They've just been hay and range up there in the hills. A nice, sweet little package of heifers. And they're 6 miles south and 8 west and 3 north of Thetford, coming from Jeff Johnston. And we also got 10 head of red, white face first calf heifers with black, white face calves at side. Calves with a complete mineral program, getting tagged to match with the calves there. They're March 1st born calves have had millet and hay, cake on the feeding package on the cows. Location is 6 miles south and 8 west and 3 north of Thetford, and they're coming from Jeff Johnson. In the cow-calf pairs video auction, we got 100 head of Black Angus cows, better age with black calves at side. Calves are 30 days old, had Alpha 7 at birth. Delivery on those would be May 1st through the 15th. Is the location 5 west and 2 north of Dunning. Thing that's kind of interesting about this deal, if you buy this set of cows, you will have the summer grass available to run those, and those are coming from Troy Singer. We also got 40 head of black cows and black calves inside. All the cows are 6-calf. Complete vaccination program, sired by black bulls. Location is Humphrey. Delivery dates are April 15th through May 10th, and they're coming from the Plains Ranch LLC. And those are all on the video segment part of the sale. Cow-calf pairs live at the barn. We got 50 head of black white-faced cows. Second calf to short, solid black white-face F1 baldy calves inside. Complete vaccination program. Had Alpha 7 knife cut, tagged to match. Born the end of January, the end of March. Coming from TBS cattle. Bred spring cows live in the barn. We got 40 head of black white-faced cows. Second calf to broken mouth, bred black Angus or Hereford. April 20 for 60 days, come from 10X Livestock. We got 20 head of black white-faced cows. These are pretty fancy cows. Second calf to April. And their second calvers, every one of them, and they're calving April 15th for 60 days, coming from Hartford Financial. We got 10 head of black white-faced cows. Second calf to short, solid, bred black calving now, TBS Livestock. And we got 3 head of red Angus cows, red black Angus, April 15th for 60 days. Complete mineral program coming from Jason Evans. And then the fall calf division, we got 9 black white-faced cows, red black, August 25th for 60 days, coming from TBS Livestock. First video sale we've done in Broken Bow. I can tell you that the way we do that is you're watching the video live in the sale ring, and you're buying those animals just like you'd be buying them right there at the sale barn live in the ring. On the delivery date, you can buy with confidence. We don't pull any wool over anybody's eyes. If there isn't anything on there that isn't any good, you don't get it. We've vetted these pairs pretty hard. We've been through them a couple different times, and I can guarantee you're going to buy with confidence. If you've got any questions, give me a call, 872-1105. See Justin French, call 308-872-1421. Give the sale barn a call at 872-3334. You want to watch videos of any of these pairs coming to the barn on the video auction or the live cattle, go ahead and click onto our website, and a little blue box next to consignment, you click on there, and that'll give you a video of the cattle coming in. Like I said, if you got any questions, give us a call, 308-872-1105.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. It's a busy spring. That sounds great. Thanks for your report.
Thank you.
It is 7:39. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Tuesday. Let's take a look at the school lunch menus and see what's for lunch for our students out there. And we'll begin with Ansley, as they're having nachos, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
And Myrna today made fresh macaroni and cheese with breadstick, hot dog, and fresh-baked turkey and cheese sub on the menu at Myrna.
At Arnold, it's taco chips and blank. I would think salsa, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
At Arnold today.
Broken Bow Middle and High School today made fresh loaded hash browns with dinner roll, a grilled chicken sandwich, fresh-baked turkey and cheese sub. The grill station combo today at Bow will be crispy chicken sandwich basket at Broken Bow.
Callaway, they're having pizza, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices, super nachos, a fiestada, and pizza at Gothenburg.
Sandhills Dunning Schools, today they're having fruit, vegetables, milk, and enchiladas and refried beans.
Thetford today, a barbecue pork sandwich, potato wedges, and baked beans at Thetford.
And at Sargent today, cream chicken with biscuits, mashed potatoes, banana cake, milk, and salad bar.
And we have the Prairie Pioneer Center menu to pass your way today. At the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow, they show meatloaf today with au gratin potatoes, broccoli, mandarin oranges, and bread at the Prairie Pioneer Center.
7:40 is your time. We're going to play the game. Today is Tumbleweed Day, and I think we have some information about what's going on out at the Tumbleweed. I would, at this time, thank Carmen and Carla and Anna and Ann and all the folks out there that we were able to talk to yesterday at the Tumbleweed with their new hours and their new services. Casseroles can be picked up and taken home and heated up. And Joan and I did that last night. I had a chicken and rice casserole.
Nice.
Picked it up after work, took it home, put it in the oven for about 15 minutes, and voila, we had a meal. And that's one of the new services they have from 4 to 6. I think you have more details there.
Well, just that their hours for dine-in have changed. They'll be open for dine-in from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. now, 7 days a week.
And in the morning, you can drop by and pick up ready-made breakfast burritos and different. Everything I tried was fantastic.
Good.
It was really good. And so you can drop by and pick up some breakfast. You don't have to order ahead. If you want to have some of the ready-made breakfast goodies they have there, they have bread with homemade butter. Check it out at the Tumbleweed and ask details about it. They'll help you out with everything because there's a lot to choose from there. Since they've changed their hours, they've added foods, and you can get it right when you want it. You don't have to call ahead, or you can still call ahead as you have in the past and order up a cheeseburger and pick it up at the drive-through window. Or you can walk in and sit down and have their lunch special, or in Sundays you can go in and have their buffet. All that's the same. They've just added an opportunity for you to have food ready to go for you that is delicious, made from scratch, all of it made from scratch. Pot pies made from scratch.
That's good.
Wow, pot pies, homemade pot pies, much better than the ones you buy in a box.
I would say.
So it's all available at the Tumbleweed. So what's the question today?
All right, we're still asking questions about noodles. Here's your question. Can you name the barley pasta which looks like large rice grains? Here's your choices. Penne, orzo, vermicelli, or fettuccine. Name the barley pasta which looks like large rice grains. Your choices are penne, orzo, vermicelli, or fettuccine. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
The Tumbleweed Cafe continues to be a staple for the community by offering up their delicious daily specials and home-cooked meals. Beginning April 1st, please take note of their new hours. They will be open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., 7 days a week. Carmen and the crew are excited to continue their same great customer service and will be announcing new and exciting things very soon. Tumbleweed will have new hours beginning April 1st, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. The Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Well, we didn't get a call, so what's the answer on that?
Orzo. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. O-R-Z-O. That's the barley pasta which looks like large rice grains. There you go.
Barley pasta, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. All right. Well, we've got a Power Pack show for you today. We're going to be visiting with Arrow Seed here in just a little bit. Big Iron Auction Company on our guest list today. We just talked with Drew Gaffney with Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock. We'll be visiting with Off-Broadway Assisted Living. And we'll be going to Varney Health Mart today for a live broadcast rather than on a Wednesday. We'll do that today. And Henry's coming in from the Comstock Windmill Festival towards the end of the show. So that's all coming up today, plus some other items of interest that we're going to be talking about. How did those Cubs do?
They got beat.
Whoa. Who'd they play?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Oh, are they good?
Well, they were last night.
Well, I got to tell
it
you.
was a weird 7-6
7-6
was the final. We're
Well,
not
that's
getting
close.
much. We're not getting much. Yeah, it was weird. Weird game. Each team hit a 3-run homer in the first inning.
Really?
Yeah, Cubs got behind and then scored 3 in the 5th, and then Cincinnati scored 3 in the 5th. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird game.
Well,
But yeah, we're 1-3.
it's early.
So
It's early.
thanks
team,
for asking, though. Really appreciate that.
my Brewers are doing well.
Oh, don't even go there.
They're 3-1.
Please tell me you're not going to keep this up the entire season.
3-1.
I'm begging you.
They slammed the Mets 10-0. Just pounded them. I mean, it was awesome. Man, they were kicking rear ends right and left. 3-1 now.
Yeah.
7:51, Molly Hatchet with Gator Country coming at you from us here on The Breakfast Show on a Tuesday. Later on in the show, we're going to read another paragraph concerning a 40-year anniversary. And that, of course, we were talking about it yesterday with Steve, the grocery cart. And we're going to kind of highlight that from the Chamber book that was available the night that they had their banquet. And we'll continue through that series as well. Logan is here from Arrow Seed. Good morning, Logan.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I didn't know if I was going to make it this morning.
What happened?
Well, we were out of town this weekend because I had a friend that got in an accident.
Oh, no.
It was an industrial accident. So he actually runs an upholstery shop,
Okay.
and he kind of got tangled up in his sewing machine.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It wasn't good, but he's on his way to recovery now.
Well, I hope they can stitch him up
I do too.
properly.
Yeah.
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 Well, if they can piece everything together.
I know it. I know it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I'm here.
Good.
You know.
Glad you're here.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
What's happening at Arrow Seed?
You name it.
Okay.
It's happening.
Well, jump right in. Tell us what's going on.
We got garden seed, fresh
Yay.
garden seed finally.
Came in.
It's about time, and we got a bunch of different lettuces in. It's really just kind of the tip of the iceberg for the gardening season.
I got that.
What else, Logan?
Well, it's planting season for any spring crop, really. A little bit on the cold side for potatoes, which is fine because I don't have potatoes in yet.
They're not here.
They're not here. They do not ship us potatoes until there's at least a 2-day window of weather that's not going to be freezing.
Well, so far, we've been kind of fortunate in one way because the warmer weather's been on Saturday and Sunday, but that doesn't work too good for shipping.
No, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much, because then that would mean they'd have to have at least a 4-day window of no freezing weather. And I don't know if you guys have looked at what the forecast is supposed to be, like tomorrow maybe.
Yeah, there's a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
For here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I
Yep.
didn't know that.
I think I saw the wind chill was gonna be like 5 below or something crazy
Yeah,
like that.
Winds are going to blow up to 50 miles an hour. Wintry mix, they call it. We're probably lucky compared to some other places that are going to get more than a wintry mix.
Yeah.
And who knows? But we're going to have a couple of days here that aren't that much fun weather-wise.
Exactly.
But going into the weekend, we'll see 70s maybe on
Mhm.
the weekend, 60s and 70s. But it's going to be windy, and I always go back to Bob Geiger. I don't know if you remember Bob
Oh
Geiger.
yeah, I grew up with Bob.
There you go.
Doing the weather on NTV.
He used to stop every year on his way up to Victoria Springs. He would camp by himself at Victoria Springs and take a couple days off, and he'd stop and see us because he was doing weather for us at that time. And he'd every year say, Dave, people think March is the windiest month of the year, but it's not. April is. On average, April has more wind than March, and it's always proven itself. We just think March is more windy.
Yeah, I can believe that
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Yeah, so that kind of slows things down a little bit. But
It does, and the way it was so dry last year, the guys that planted cover crops this, either last fall or get something growing this spring are going to come out like bandits from, evaporation, wind erosion, all that stuff on those fields that have the cover on them.
hold it together.
Yep.
All right.
There's something to be said about living roots growing. They just hold, they hold everything together.
Yeah. I got to tell you, too, the little experimental plot I have with the rye, and this is kind of what you're talking about, it's all nice and tight, and there's wormholes already. Those night crawlers and worms are working the dirt.
Yep.
And that's good, right?
That is good. That is very good. That's what you want. Earthworms are Mother Nature's aerator.
Yeah.
So they make wormholes, and that's what, water, air, that's what goes down to help those roots. It's just healthy soil.
Yeah.
It's one of the most, what do I want to say, something you can quantify, that you can see
Yeah.
how healthy the soil is.
Yeah, you kind of makes you feel good when you see that.
Exactly. And you're a fisherman. I'm a fisherman. unlimited bait right there.
It's all right there in your backyard.
Yes, all it took was a handful of rye seed last fall.
Well, we've had them before, but I've never seen that many holes, so it certainly increases their activity.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that's paying off now for folks who've got the cover crops in. Is there any window to put any going into the spring?
Oh yeah, it's wide open right now.
Okay.
For spring small grains such as oats or even oats and peas, that type of stuff, you've still got a fair amount of time to get those in the ground. Soil temps yesterday when I looked were 35 to 37 degrees. Oats and peas and like spring barley and spring trit and all that stuff don't really germinate or emerge until 40 plus degree soil temps. And today's weather, tomorrow's weather, definitely not going to
Improve it.
not going to help that temperature come up. So you've still got a fair amount of time before you
Okay.
need to get worried that you're not going to get it in, because you still have probably a 3-week window
Mm-hmm.
that will be just fine.
Now, last time you were here, we kind of talked about the folks who live in town, or for that matter, folks who live in the country and have a green yard or want to have a green yard. You have the 5-step program, which they can kind of pick and choose. They don't have to do all 5.
Yep.
We're running a little behind in that area too.
Yeah.
The way you kind of talked about it last week, like patching in seed and so forth. Normally, this would be
Prime time.
Yeah.
Not so much this year.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of backed up probably 2 weeks
Okay.
ish.
All right.
But yeah, if you want to sign up for our 5-step program, it's a great way to not have a bunch of half-empty bags in your garage because you get too much, or you don't get enough. So we measure out, if you have 10,000 square foot worth of yard, we give you 10,000 square feet worth of fertilizer. So you'll be right on. And like you said, you don't have to sign up for all 5 steps. If you just want to pick and choose, say I want to do steps 1, 3, and 5. All right, we'll do steps 1, 3, and 5. Or you want to do steps 1, 2, 3, and not number 5, not number 4, just 1, 2, and 3. All right, we can do that.
Do that. All right.
Or if you want to do all 5 steps and have the best yard in your neighborhood, you can do all 5 steps.
5 steps and a little water, right?
That's all it takes.
Okay.
A
All
little
right.
elbow, a little water, elbow grease and water, and you'll have a fantastic yard.
Okay. All right. And you have things in the store as well to help the farmers and ranchers with fencing and all the things that we talk about, and then folks in town, you've got the chimes and the bird feed and all those sorts of things too.
So with it going to be so windy in April, wind chimes that we carry are going to be awesome.
They sound great. They don't wear you out.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
not the tinny sounding, just
Yeah.
the not good ones. They're the real tuned, real deep tone, just a smooth tone. And when it's super windy, that can be relaxing other than hearing, wind blow through your house.
Yeah, and like you say, if they're just 10 banging on 10 or kind of like clinking, it's not really that wonderful to hear. But if you're making music, it's good to go.
Exactly. So with our wind chimes, I'm sure a lot of you guys that are listening have seen the movie Twister.
Yes.
There's a scene in Twister where there's wind chimes and they sound just awful. The wind chimes that Aeroseed carries do not sound like that.
Yes, and also, they'll not always have a cow spinning around in a twister mooing,
Exactly.
such as on Twister.
Yep. But our wind chimes that we carry will probably survive a Twister
There you
because
go.
they're high quality.
Okay. All right.
So
All right.
So come on in and see us. We've got a lot of good stuff. The one other thing I want to mention is springtime. Maybe you're tired of the winter doldrums. Just it was the longest winter on record, probably, according to a lot of people.
Yes.
We've got some really cool mailbox wraps,
Oh, okay.
and kind of that spring garden decor, flower bed decor. Kind of spruce up the mood a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, just change colors a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what we need, because it was, well, it still is a long winter.
Yeah, still pretty gray.
Not quite over yet.
Brown out there. Although we are starting to see some green in the grass out there.
Yes, it is finally starting to wake up a little bit. However, the soil temps are still really, really cold, so it's not greening up, maybe as fast as we would like.
Yep.
But slow and steady wins the race.
There you go. Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, open 5.5 days a week, downtown Broken Bow. And, of course, you have a website where people can get information they need or give you a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or stop in.
Or, you can stop in, take a look at what we've got to offer, which is a lot of stuff.
Okay. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Arrow Seed in Broken Bow. You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Gary Superfoods online at GarySuperfoods.com. Save on Chairman's Reserve whole pork shoulder at $1.79 a pound. And USDA Choice boneless beef chuck roast is $4.99 a pound. Celebrate spring with extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Our family cream soups are only 99 cents, or save on canned vegetables at 4 for $3. Skippy peanut butter is marked down to just $2.49. Gary Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. There's still no telling how big protests could get in New York today ahead of former President Trump's arraignment. But CBS's Ricky Kleeman tells us everything else will go as planned.
Today really will go according to plan. You have a good judge. You have lawyers who are not going to aggravate that judge. He will get processed at the courthouse quietly. There may or may not be a mugshot.
Former Chief of Staff to Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan, Roy McGrath, is dead following a 3-week manhunt. CBS's Scott McFarland.
In a statement, McGrath's attorney called it a tragic ending and said McGrath never wavered about his innocence. Hogan issued a statement saying, in part, we are praying for Mr. McGrath's family and loved ones.
Celebrations turned to chaos last night at UConn. Police say fans flipped cars, broke into a campus building, and even set a fire after the Huskies beat San Diego State for its 5th national title. CBS News Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
In Nebraska news, 2 inmates who went missing from the Community Corrections Center in Omaha are back in custody. Terry Raitt and Jose Filipando were apprehended by the Glendale, Arizona Police Department on Monday. They're both being held at the Glendale Police Department jail and will be transferred to the county jail in Phoenix, Arizona. Filipando and Raitt went missing on March 20th when they tampered with their electronic monitoring devices near the center. The Community Corrections Center is one of 2 community custody facilities operated by the NDCS. Community custody is the lowest level and the least restrictive facility. Inmates are allowed to participate in work opportunities, attend school and religious services with prior approval and without direct supervision. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In college basketball's national title game, UConn beat San Diego State 76-59. The Huskies had a 16-point first-half lead. It got down to 5 in the second half before they pulled away for a 17-point win. Adama Sanogo had 17 points and 10 rebounds in the title game. He was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. UConn was not ranked in the AP preseason top 25. They won each of their 6 tournament games by double digits. Average margin of victory was 20 points. UConn gets its 5th national title in men's basketball, all in the last 25 years. NBA took the night off. In baseball, the Giants hit 7 home runs in a 12-3 win over the White Sox. Padres get back-to-back homers in the bottom of the 9th, walk-off with a 5-4 win over the Diamondbacks. Rays beat the Nationals 6-2. Tampa Bay off to a 4-0 start, first 4-0 start in team history. Twins are 4-0, beating the Marlins 11-1, and the Yankees knock off the Phillies 8-1. The defending National League champs Philadelphia now 0-4 to start the season. Brewers beat up on the Mets 10-0.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a winter weather advisory continuing. Slight chance for some freezing drizzle early on, then a chance for drizzle the remainder of the day with gusty northeast winds, highs in the upper 30s. Then for tonight, slight chance for some light snow showers in the evening, gusty northwest winds 20 to 35 miles per hour, lows in the upper teens, and for Wednesday, still on the cool side, 39. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Want to kick back with your favourite British TV? Escape with Britain's best series, only on BritBox. Don't miss new and exclusive releases, including BritBox original drama Stonehouse, starring Succession's Matthew Macfadyen.
It's Stonehouse, John Stonehouse.
Follow the unbelievable true story of the British politician who faked his own death.
I deny those allegations in the strongest possible terms.
Succession's Matthew Macfadyen stars in BritBox's new original drama, Stonehouse. Stream this and more at BritBox.com.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC, how it's worth up to $26,000 per employee, how easy it is. You know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim, but Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
8:07 is your time. It's 31 degrees outside now under a cloudy sky. The winds have backed down just a little bit for right now anyway. Out of the northeast 5 to 15. Barometric pressure up 1 point at 29.57. Humidity at 82%. High yesterday was a 56 reading for a high. Didn't really feel that warm, I didn't think, but it showed 56 out at the Broken Bow Airport, an overnight low of 32, but we're now at 31. Sun set today at 8:06, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:16, 1/100th of an inch precipitation measured so far this month. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Tuesday. Here's Charlie Crockett.
I think
Hug to close the show today or
Well,
something,
we
or
just
what?
might. I
Oh,
wanted to
wow.
go out and give Kristen a hug. She loves to hug.
Yeah?
She's a
That's-
hugger.
Okay.
I just asked Christy if she wanted to hug. She said she'd hug somebody else, but not me.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a selective hug day. I just thought
I
you
guess
hugged
so.
everybody.
Yeah.
I like that. National Hug Day.
National Hug Day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Should be more hugging in this world.
Yeah,
Now, I
give
know,
somebody a hug.
Well, politically, you have to be careful, politically correct. In today's society, a hug can be taken the wrong way.
Could.
If you just, put your arm around somebody on the side, you can get a letter in the mail.
Yes, yeah. Right.
So, National Hug a Person Day. Go ahead and hug somebody if they're okay with it. It's actually more specific than that, and Grant will like this. But I wanted to make it. I wanted to make it National Hug Day for everybody. But it's National Hug a News Person Day.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Hug Grant today.
Yeah. Everybody hug Grant when he gets here. He's a news guy.
Hug a news person.
Yeah.
Does it give any background as to why the day was even started?
It doesn't. It just
says hug a news person.
Really,
day.
this is a thing. Okay, go nuts. But they're warning us. If you try to hug a news person, they'll possibly think you're trying to stab them.
Okay.
Here's
you might make the news.
You might make the news.
Yeah.
Here's one that I was going to bring up to Logan and didn't get to it. It's World Rat Day.
Oh, yeah. You mean
real
like
rats?
Yeah, the rat. Yeah.
I'm not talking
Okay.
politicians. I'm talking rats.
Yeah. Okay. How's that? I'm telling you what. I'm still bothered by that story you mentioned a few days ago about super rats.
Yeah.
That still just bothers me.
Well, rats, of course, can carry plagues and disease. They can steal your pizza in New York City. They can mess up your barn, get in and really mess things up. Most of us don't like rats.
No.
But here's the thing. The average rat lives 2 to 3 years. So, you could have a 2 to 3 year old rat running around quite easily because that's the average. You might even get an old one who's 5 or 6.
Yeah.
An experienced rat. Those are the worst kind.
Oh, man, not kidding.
Birthdays today. Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man.
58 today.
Okay.
He's been in Iron Man, Sherlock Holmes, Weird Science, many others. Craig T. Nelson is 79 today.
The Coach.
Yeah.
Did you watch Coach, the TV show?
Once in a great while.
Coach Hayden Fox. Oh, he was great in that.
He's in he's been in a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
Coach Dale on Young Sheldon. He's playing that.
Oh,
now.
he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And I think that's about all the birthdays today. But yesterday we had a big bunch of them. And I thought I would just back up. Didn't get time to mention them yesterday. Eddie Murphy. A birthday yesterday. 62. Sebastian Bach, who is the lead singer for the band Skid Row, is 55. Alec Baldwin is 65 today. Lots of movies. Had a rough go here lately since that accidental shooting on set. Tony Orlando.
Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree.
Yeah, knocked 3 times. He's 79 today. And Wayne Newton. Oh, that was yesterday. I'm sorry. Wayne Newton. Belated happy birthday to Wayne. He was 81 yesterday. Still Mr. Las Vegas, still performing.
That was going to be my question. He still performs in Vegas.
Says he's still one of the best known entertainers in Sin City. I don't know if that determines whether he's still performing or not. Got to think he might show up once in a while. And Paris Jackson, model actress, the daughter of Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Is 25 today. She was raised by a monkey, I think. Or not. And Jane Goodall is a lot of people's hero. I think she's wonderful. If you follow her story, of course, she was the one who went out and lived with African chimpanzees and actually learned to communicate with them and still working today. I saw her on an interview just not long ago. She's 89 today. and wonderful zoologist that she is. So those were some birthdays yesterday and some birthdays today. There was a lot of things yesterday that I thought were quite interesting that we didn't get to. Maybe we can get to some of those, but we do have lots of things to do, including guests coming in, and we'll be going to Varney Health Mart here in just a little bit. Right now, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, it's a visitation with Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. That's right after this from Amy at WinQuest.
At a time when Get Up and Go seems to be in short supply, you've got to have a parts store on speed dial that you can trust. For nearly 100 years, WinQuest has been here to keep central Nebraska on the move. And with well over 100 years of combined experience, our crew is dedicated to getting you the right part with the best possible service. Combine that with an inventory that's practically bursting at the seams, it's clear that your best move is to Napa. Get Up and Go to WinQuest, serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Well, hello, everybody. I tell you what, Big Iron has been super busy, and we've got some amazing field reps, both on the real estate side, the equipment side, and, of course, the livestock side. And today, folks, at 12 o'clock noon, we've got feeder cattle selling. If you're looking for some feeder cattle to fill up your pens, please go to the Big Iron website. Every animal sells to the highest bidder with no reserve, and that online auction starts to close at high noon, 12 o'clock today. And then at 1 o'clock, folks, D&D cattle will have their bull sale. 50 unbelievable, outstanding, powerful black and red Angus bulls will be selling. They've got 50 of them selling to the highest bidder today. D&D Cattle Company out of Herman, Nebraska. All the pedigrees, the EPDs are all listed with every animal being sold. And, of course, you can get a hold of the owners and ask them questions. At 1 o'clock today, these animals will sell to the highest bidder. Then we've got some real estate selling this morning, folks, if you're interested in some land in Knox County, Nebraska. 325 acres of Knox County, Nebraska land will sell by Niobrara, Nebraska. This is an unbelievable property, folks, that is got 1 mile of the Niobrara River frontage, so it's very scenic. There's beautiful income potential, hunting, recreation. There's a 30 by 40 fully cemented shed with electricity, water, and a restroom. It's heated and cooled. There's 63.9 acres enrolled in the CRP program, and that runs until 2032. There's multiple ponds on the property. One is artesian fed. Some of these ponds have been stocked full of fish, so you can go out there and do that as well. Jim Stock, John Stock, and Tom Wingert are the real estate agents for Big Iron Realty that are handling this transaction. They'll be at the Niobrara Fire Hall this morning, and this real estate starts to close at 11 a.m. Just an unbelievable opportunity for you to own some real good quality property, folks. Very scenic, very pretty. And for more information on location, for all the aerial and drone video footage, just go to the BigIron.com website, because it sells today to the highest bidder. Big sale then tomorrow, 1,600 plus items selling on our April 5th online auction. Henry Nuxel's real busy, folks. He's got equipment selling in Arcadia and Burwell and Gothenburg. The Tree Lady's got a bunch of their blue spruce trees that sell. They do this every year about this time. So if you're looking for some really nice trees for landscaping or windbreaking trees, all you have to do is go to BigIron.com and bid on these trees that sell to the highest bidder. There's equipment selling in Arnold, Nebraska. John Deere 566 round baler will sell to the highest bidder for Jeff Corbin. All the details about that baler with a bunch of the pictures and everything are all on the Big Iron website. They've also got a John Deere 568 baler. We've got a bunch of attachments for planters, too. Besides all the big equipment that you see all the time selling, the combines and planters and tractors, we've got a lot of the accessories, the planter boxes. Some people upgrade their planting equipment. We've got some fertilizer saddle tanks selling in Gothenburg, Nebraska. Quite a bit of equipment, in fact, selling in Gothenburg on the sale tomorrow for Coleman Farms, Inc. They've got several items selling on the sale. They got a 560M round baler. It's a 2022 year model machine, so it's just like brand spanking new. They also have a 1989 utility drop deck fertilizer nurse trailers pulled behind a semi. Got a bunch of tanks mounted. They have a ADS 2-box seed tender that will sell as well, plus several other items. So support those folks as they sell some of their equipment here on BigIron.com. We've got a great lineup of late model, low-houred equipment Whether you're looking for tractors, whether you're looking for planters, whether you're looking for chemical or fertilizer application equipment, hay equipment, a lot of livestock feeding equipment. We've got feed wagons. In addition, we've got construction equipment from bulldozers, excavators, skid steers, and everything you can think of around that, all selling to the highest bidder as well. So we encourage you, folks, if you're looking to buy and bid quality equipment that's represented by the owners, and the Big Iron Reps name is listed right there. As you all know, the Big Iron Reps live within the areas and the communities in which they serve. So if you see them going to a track meet, or if you see them at church on Sunday, or if they're at the cafe having themselves a sandwich and they're wearing their yellow shirt, that's your Big Iron Rep, folks. Just walk right up to them and tell them you want to buy something or you want to sell something, and they'll get you helped out. We got a lot of land that we'll still be working on here selling throughout the next couple months, and we've got a lot of folks that are already scheduling their real estate to be sold in August and September. So if you are listening to this right now and you've been wondering what you should do with some of this land, please get a hold of us right away so we can talk about building that program for you, as well as the retirement sales. We've got retirement sales taking place throughout the entire summer months. We have people wanting specific dates, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We can accommodate that. With our acquisition of the Sullivan Auctioneer brand, folks, we are having auctions of machinery all across the United States. And we have the reps that service all of those sellers, and we can expose your equipment to the over 500,000 registered bidders that monitor BigIron.com all the time. So dial us up if you have any questions. And bid with confidence as everything sells with no reserve. Our phone number, 1-800-937-3598. That's 1-800-WE-SELL-8. Of course, you can always go to BigIron.com as well.
Thank you, Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. We appreciate you spending some time with us this morning. As usual, all sorts of things on the Big Iron Auction block. Want to go ahead and acknowledge and congratulate the Grocery Cart for 40 years of service. We were talking with Steve Fowler about it yesterday. They would be serving this area since March of 1983 when they first opened their doors. Roy Yanagita, Steve Stump, Jerry Snurr, Dave Green, and Steve Fowler are all now co-owners. And the Grocery Cart has provided groceries and other goods for 40 years to Broken Bow and surrounding communities. In that time, it has grown by adding the deli counter, bakery, a wine and spirit shop, and just recently the quick serve stations that they have there for folks who can be in a hurry and check themselves out. The Grocery Cart has also received numerous awards and recognition, most recently the 2020-21 Citizen of the Year from the Elks Lodge, excellence in customer service from the Chamber, and multiple Grow Awards over the years. And, of course, when COVID caused the lockdown measures for some residents, JK delivered what customers needed for those of who couldn't safely get out. And the Grocery Cart is known for its generosity as well. Over $400,000 given in donations in that 40 years. $400,000. Wow. Congratulations. And they have some staff that they mentioned in the paragraphs that have been working for many, many years for the Grocery Cart, and I'm not going to read those. I don't want to miss anybody, but they have a veteran staff there that makes sure everything runs smoothly at the Grocery Cart. Congratulations. Well, I'm going to take off, and I'm not going to flap my arms. I'm going to get into a car.
Okay.
And drive to Varney Health Mart and see what Julie and the gang's got going on.
That sounds good.
So I'm going to hop on a breeze here. Easter week, Holy Week.
Yes, it is. And it sounds like the weather's going to be good for this weekend.
I think so. As a matter of fact, we were talking earlier, we'll probably see 60s and 70s on the weekend. Might be a little windy, but we can get on the back side of the barn and stay warm.
Yes, you're right. We can get out of that wind.
Yeah. So, Julie, I stopped in to get a birthday card the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was impressed with all the different choices I had for birthdays and even belated birthday cards. You can get a card, say, sorry I'm late.
Mm-hmm. Did you have to get a belated one?
No.
Well, it's good for you, Dave.
No. We got it on the day before, I think.
Well, good.
So, do people send Easter cards?
Yes, people do. So we do have a really good selection of Easter cards, and it is coming up really soon.
Fast.
So if you need to get one in the mail today or tomorrow, it'd be a good idea to do that.
Come into Varney's. They have them here.
Yes.
Okay. Happy Easter type stuff. Yeah.
Yes. And I wanted to talk about, we're running an Easter sale in the store. It's 20% off of all toys and gifts. We have 10% off of the Russell Stover's chocolate and the Baker's chocolate.
Okay.
And in the toys and decor department, there are plastic Easter eggs hidden throughout with extra discounts from 5 to 15%, and you can take that discount and add it to your 20% on your highest priced item.
Wow.
So say if you pick up an item for $20, you'll get the 20% plus 5 to 15% extra off of that item.
You get the 20% and then whatever
Is in
5
the
to 15,
egg.
whatever's in the egg. So you could save up to, let me get my math going here, 35%.
That's correct, Dave. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
And you get to have a little fun having your own personal Easter egg hunt here at Varney's.
That's true.
That
I
makes
wanted
it
to make
fun.
it fun. So
Yeah, good idea.
Let's walk over to the toy department.
Okay.
We can kind of look and explain or talk about some of the Easter items that you could use to fill your Easter basket. We do have these little light up Easter chicks in different colors. There's a yellow, a purple, and a pink, and they're really kind of like they're fuzzy.
Yeah.
Well, they're not really fuzzy. They're the little rubber fuzzy things, and so you hit them and they light up all different colors, really bright, purples and pinks and reds. So that's what that is, and kids would have fun with those.
You bet. Kids will love those.
And then we do have, they're a plastic container that's clear and it's stuffed with candy. It has Tootsie Rolls and Hershey's Kisses. And then the top part is the Easter Bunny, and there's little boys and little girls. So if you want just something little to give somebody, we have
Really cute.
that.
Those are really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then over here in the toys, there's butterfly wings that the little girls can put on and pretend like they're butterflies and fly around the yard on Easter. They're really bright, pretty, and they have so much fun. I was with my great niece this weekend, and she has some, and she was playing and playing.
Having fun with them?
Yes.
Oh, look, Julie, there's an egg right there.
Shh, don't tell anybody where it's hidden in the toy department.
I wonder what the percentage off in that egg. It's a blue egg.
It's a blue egg. I don't
Up
know.
to 15%. So
up to 15. It's either going to say 5, 10, or 15.
it's already 20% off, up to 35% off, as we mentioned, if you get the right egg. But even at that, you get 25% off if you just get 5% in the egg.
Yes, and remember, you have this whole week to shop. If you want to come in every day and find an egg, you can do that.
Oh, you can do it over.
Yes.
Oh, not limited to one time.
Correct.
Okay, very good.
And these are nice little basket stuffers. Kids love these. They're called rainforest reptiles, and they're very bright, iridescent colors. And they're fun. So there's frogs and lizards, and I think our snakes are all gone.
Snakes are very popular.
Snakes are popular. There's these pop pups that you squeeze and their eyes pop out. You can try to manipulate which eye.
Pop pups, folks.
They're always fun.
That one has its tongue hanging out even.
Yeah, he's excited.
And then you squeeze it and one eye pops.
Yeah, you can, and like I said, you can manipulate it with your hands to which eye pops out, but they won't both. Well, I haven't ever made them both pop out.
Doesn't
at the
look
same
like
time.
they will.
Mm-mm.
That kind of reminds you of the old cartoons, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's kaleidoscopes. We have color changing Revillions, and you put them in the water, and they will magically change color in warm water.
For under $3
Yes.
each.
And then there's little swimming frogs that you wind up. They're happy frogs.
They are happy.
And you wind them up and put them in your bath, and they swim around in there. So those are a fun Easter basket idea. And then
I'm kind of looking for some more eggs while we're going around the store here.
I know Kathy hid them. And she knows where she hid them. I do not.
That one was fairly easy to
That
see.
one
but-
was easy. Now we're in the Thai plush area, and there's really, really cute little girls' purses. There's like a real colorful leopard, and if you remember the Thai plush animals, they have the big kind eyes on them that are, they look like glass, but they're plastic.
Yeah.
So they're really pretty. So there's little purses that you can get. There's larger squishables that you can love and hold and sleep with. And then I've not seen any eggs either. What the heck?
Oh, they're around here.
They're around.
I'm watching.
Okay. And then there's the little Thai, they're beanie balls. They're like the size of maybe a softball.
Mm-hmm.
And they're cute and colorful. And then there's one that's called the Puffs, and they're the size of a ball too. There's the little clip-ons that you can put on your book bags. There's turtles and unicorns, and they're also soft and colorful.
Little puppies up top here with the big round eyes, but they don't pop out.
No.
Just those little guys over there pop out.
Right. And then, when we were talking about the Russell Stovers and the Baker's chocolates, well, all candy is 10%. Like if you pick up a candy bar, it'll be 10% off. And then we just yesterday, we got in the candy gummy kebabs that have always been a favorite. They're gummies on a stick.
Let's go look at those.
Okay. And they're really good. They're like the best
yeah,
gummies.
they look
I
really
like gummies.
sweet.
They are really sweet. But I love gummies. I would rather eat a gummy than a chocolate candy bar. But we have some that have the ladybugs. We have bumblebees. And this is at the very top of the kebab, okay? So, because I know we're on the radio and I have to
describe it.
Describe
You're
it.
doing a good job.
Thank you. And I guess maybe I was looking for a pat on the back, wasn't I? That didn't sound too good.
No, that's fine.
Okay. We have the ladybug, lucky ladybug, and our bumblebee, the frog. We have a really pretty, like, sunshine flower. There's one monkey
Tiger.
left. Tiger,
Lion.
lion.
Now this, for instance, the ones with the frog on top.
Uh-huh.
Got all the different colors, different gummy candies to the top. What do you think the frog tastes like? It's green.
It's green. I think it's probably either a lime or an apple.
That makes
Flavor.
sense.
Mhm.
Makes sense. And you're going to get all different flavors. And folks,
Yes.
these are $3.49 each, and you get the kids are going to love these. Actually, adults are going to love these too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I love them. And then there's 10% off of those. Also from that same company, this has been a customer favorite in the past. I got the watermelon gummy slices. And they're in a cute little bag with a bow on them. It makes a nice little gift. So
A lot of great gift things. And we haven't really looked at anything that's been, I don't know, much over $5, $6, maybe 10 at the most. So these are all things that you can buy several of for all the kids and not break the bank, right?
That's correct. And remember, you get a savings on top of that.
Yeah, up to 35% if you get the right egg.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and that includes like gifts and decor. So that includes Montana Silversmith.
Oh.
Say you want to come in and get a new piece of jewelry to wear to church or for this weekend. So you would get 20% off of that. Go around, look for an egg. You might get a good discount.
And there's a few crosses left, which are very
Yes.
popular, which would be a very nice gift for Easter as well.
Right, and we have the men's crosses as well, and money clips. There's 2 men's bracelets left. So there's a nice selection of Montana jewelry here right now.
Yeah, you've got a nice ring there with some turquoise on it.
Yes, that's really pretty.
Is that a guy's or a gal's?
That's a gal's.
That's a gal's.
You know, they do not have any men's rings out right now.
Don't
they have
they?
in the
Okay.
past, but they don't right now.
Well, that's okay. They'll come up with them later. But those are beautiful. You just can't beat the look of Montana silversmith. It's really good
It's
looking.
really pretty.
20% off, folks.
And hunt for the egg.
And hunt for those eggs.
And of course, we have the wonderful warmies that have the soft lavender scent in them when you warm them up, and they're comforting, and they're pretty bright, you know, I should say soft colors, pastels. And also we have different, besides the Montana silversmith jewelry, we have, it's called Howard's Jewelry. So we have a good selection of necklaces, earrings. I did get some ankle bracelets in, and new bracelets, and they just came in the last week.
Oh, those are nice.
So they're
Yeah.
nice, and there are a couple crosses here, the Celtic crosses that are very nice. They're under $15,
Yeah.
and then you'll get your 20%.
I like these. Got the leather and then some
Yes.
silver with it.
Yes.
Those are nice.
Those are
Yeah,
nice.
folks, check them out. They're kind of, not in the middle of the store, but you won't have any trouble finding. Oh, there's an egg.
Did you see? Oh, I see it too now.
Yeah, there could be up to 15% off in that egg. Okay. Easter egg hunt here at Barney Health Mart.
You'll have to come in and look around.
Yes, please do.
And we have, there's just 2 Easter mailbox covers left in the store, and one has the cross with the purple on it, and it says he is risen, and the other one has a cute little Easter bunny on it with his a cracked egg with more eggs in it and flowers, and it says Happy Easter.
And a few other decorative ones like just for gardens. Yeah.
Yes, nice spring
Springs.
garden flags.
Springs, yes. All right. Okay. Got a little time left. Anything else?
Well, yes. We have the cookbook. Well, they're not cookbooks. They're recipe books that you can. They make a nice gift where you can put your family recipes in them on the recipe cards, and there's several.
Oh, nice. You just
See, and
insert those in.
Yes, and they come with recipe cards, and then they have the different files where you can file under bread and rolls, main dishes, appetizers and beverages, soups, salads, fish, seafood, poultry, meat, etc.
Very nice.
Those are nice.
Yeah, and they're really how do I want to put it? They got a real warm feeling to them. Like they're kind of decorative as
Yes.
well to put on a counter to kind of set off the kitchen a little bit. So
Yes, and we did get in some wooden tiered trays, which I don't remember if I talked about them
I don't
last
think
time
so.
or not.
No.
And people really like to decorate with, well,
maybe we did.
we
talk
did
about
because
these,
you
yeah.
talked about the nuts.
Yeah, we did.
So we still have a good selection of those. I did get in some wooden signs. One's a Western, like wall art with the cowboy on his horse. And then also, I think I talked about this. We got a kind of a larger sign in for wall decor, and it says, the most important work you will ever do will be within the walls of your own home.
How true it
I
is.
like that.
This is unique. This is a metal wall shelf.
Yes,
Kind
and
of unusual.
it has, I guess, what you call little cubby holes in it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2, so there's 12. And you can decorate these any way you like. And, you know, there's, you could go out to the garden center and purchase what's called air plants. And you can put those in here. You don't have to water them. So you can put those in different spots, and then maybe some other kind of decoration in the other cubby holes, you know, such as rocks or whatever you like.
I can see that in a lot of different rooms.
Yes.
It's metal and it's unpolished, but it's got some pattern to it as well.
It's like
It's pretty cool.
galvanized steel.
Yeah, yeah.
Or galvanized metal. So it really adds, you know, a different kind of touch to the house.
You bet. All
For
right.
decor.
Okay, Julie, we are out of time. Did we cover everything?
Yes. Oh, I
Check
could
your
talk
list.
about our new store hours. I could
Okay,
finish
do
up
that.
with that. Beginning May 1st, we will have new store hours. Monday through Friday, we will be open from 8:30 to 5:30. Our drive-through will be open from 8:30 and closing at 5.
Okay.
On Saturday, our store hours will be 8:30 to 12:30, and the drive-through will be closed on Saturdays.
All right. There you have it. And I know we've got some ads running on that to remind folks as well.
Yes.
So, happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Dave.
We'll talk about the bunny later.
Oh, okay.
We had a conversation going on the bunny,
Yeah.
but we won't bring that up on the air.
Okay. No.
There's rumors about the Easter bunny that we just don't want to.
No, but Dave, you are talking about it on the air right now, so
I'm starting the conversation now to get on social media, and then who knows what will happen from there.
I know.
I shouldn't have done that.
No, you shouldn't have. But that's okay.
Okay. Hey, we'll send it back to the studio. And again, happy Easter from Varney Health Mart.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Appreciate it. 8:57 is the time. News is coming up next.
We're so excited for the new season. It's like we have springs on our feet at Bo Bootery. Spring on in, pick an egg out of the basket. They hold savings between 20 and 50% that you can use on one regular priced item. This excludes work boots, western boots, and hats. Spring savings at the start of spring? How exciting! All of your friends at Bo Bootery wish you a blessed Easter. Come and see us on the square in Broken Bow.
Easter celebrations are around the corner, and you can fill those baskets with savings at Varney Health Mart. Through Saturday, 20% is marked off toys, gifts, and decor. While you're shopping, keep an eye out for an egg that holds up to an additional 15% off your most expensive item. For your sweet tooth, Russell Stover and Baker's chocolates are 10% off. Happy Easter from Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Former President Trump's arraignment today in New York is still hours away, but security is already ramping up. Here's CBS's Jeff Pegues.
Government officials and the FBI in preparation for Mr. Trump's court appearance. Nearly the entire New York City police force is on standby.
Today's state Supreme Court election in Wisconsin is considered the most expensive race of its kind in U.S. history. CBS's Sarah Ewald-Weiss.
$45 million, according to tracking, when you look at the financial records for this race. And that includes both the primary and the general election.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee says he wants to beef up security at schools.
Our budget amendment will include $140 million for public schools to hire SROs and highly trained guards.
That funding is a direct result of last month's school shooting in Nashville. 6 people died, including children and staff members. CBS News Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
The Yukon Huskies are national champions for the 5th time in program history. They pulled away from San Diego State 76-59 Monday night. Aztecs cut the deficit to just 5 with 5 to play, but that's as close as they would get. Yukon won its 6 tournament games by an average of 20 points. That's the 4th largest average win margin since the field expanded in 1985. Adama Sanogo finished with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. In the NHL, the Golden Knights edged the Wild 4-3 in a shootout, and despite the loss, Minnesota clinched a playoff berth thanks to the Stars beating the Predators 5-1. In soccer, reports say Lionel Messi is unlikely to sign an extension with Paris Saint-Germain. The club would like him to take a pay cut. And in baseball, the Dodgers blew out the Rockies 13-4 behind a 7-run 5th inning.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a winter weather advisory continuing. Slight chance for some freezing drizzle early on, then a chance for drizzle the remainder of the day with gusty northeast winds, highs in the upper 30s. Then for tonight, slight chance for some light snow showers in the evening, gusty northwest winds 20 to 35 miles per hour, lows in the upper teens, and for Wednesday, still on the cool side, 39. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Want to kick back with your favourite British TV? Escape with Britain's best series, only on BritBox. Don't miss new and exclusive releases, including BritBox original drama Stonehouse, starring Succession's Matthew McFadden.
It's Stonehouse, John Stonehouse.
Follow the unbelievable true story of the British politician who faked his own death.
I deny those allegations in the strongest possible terms.
Succession's Matthew McFadden stars in BritBox's new original drama, Stonehouse. Stream this and more at BritBox.com.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC, how it's worth up to 26 grand per employee, how easy it is. You know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim, but Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
Currently at our studios, 31 degrees and cloudy. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Barometer at 29.56, and the humidity is at 85%. 9:02 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. The Eagles here on KCNI, KBBN Radio. That song really just kind of describes our next guest. He's just too busy being fabulous. Henry Nuxall is here. Hi, Henry.
I've never heard me call that before. Thank you for the compliment.
Well, you're very welcome. Good to see you. How you been?
Oh, it's all a matter of opinion. There's yours, mine, and God's, and two of them don't count.
Ah, well, okay. That's a good way to put it. I've heard you say that many times. Well, it's kind of cloudy. It's cloudy outside. It's cold outside. It's kind of dark. Let's talk about sunshine, and let's talk about revving it up and having a good time out in the pasture at Comstock and enjoying the Comstock Windmill Festival. It's hard to believe, but really, when you look at the calendar, it's not all that far away.
Yeah, not too far from 75 days away from the best time of your life.
Yeah.
One more time.
I was, when I saw you were coming in, I was trying to think back. When was the first year? When do you consider this thing really starting? Was it when Brad Paisley came that one summer? Is that where you really kind of say that the Windmill Festival started, or?
Well, technically speaking, in 1999, I hired this gal from Texas, Glenda Lynn. I met her at a farm show, and she was as good as anybody ever was, and we pulled in a flatbed trailer, and that was the very first Windmill Festival. Next year, we thought we'd upgrade it a little bit, so we hired a guy that nobody knew, Brad Paisley. We gave him $12,000. Then the next year, we hired him back for $25,000. The next year, we hired him back for $50,000, and now he's a meager $450,000.
Wow.
But the point is that when you can get somebody of that caliber to come back to the same place, a pasture near a town that don't exist on the Rannon-McNally 2022 map, that means the stars like it, and if the stars like it, they perform better, and it's just better for everybody.
Well, I know that you've had different types of festivals over the years. Of course, you had the rock festival. I think you did contemporary Christian music a few years. But when you think about the setting, it just fits with country music, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no place in the world that you can see the sun setting on windmills by a house built by a homesteader, a country school that basically developed Custer County, and the setting is perfect and the sound is perfect and the atmosphere is perfect because you can sit wherever you want.
Yeah, that is perfect. You know, everybody's treated the same at the Comstock Windmill Festival, and I know that that's something that you really take pride in, because that's the way you want this festival run. Nobody is more important than the other one.
Yeah, I ever had the opportunity to meet any of the stars. I was always busy stuffing toilet paper in the outhouses or trying to figure out how to pay for them. But when old Chris Ledoux talked to me a half hour, and he did most of the talking, which is a miracle, he says, I love your place because you treat everybody the same. Instead of pinning the rich people up in the front, empty white seats, and putting all the fans of mine in the back. He said, I love this place. You treat everybody the same. A week later, he rebooked Comstock himself. The day I got 5,000 posters of him with Keith Urban as my headliner was the day that he died. But I figured I'd never, ever run a festival on a VIP seats because God thinks we're all the same.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be.
Well, let's talk about the festival. Remind everybody as far as the dates. I know it's coming up in June.
Yeah, it's June 8th, 9th, and 10th. And we've probably got the best young lineup that we've ever had. People don't think we got the big names anymore, but we had the big names when they were just starting up. Blake Shelton had him twice. He wasn't even a headliner. Sugarland wasn't a headliner. Little Big Town wasn't a headliner. We've had 25 CMA awards, and we catch them going up or going down. There's no way that we can ever afford those stars when they've been out their way. We've had probably 4 or 5 acts that would cost $500 to $1 million to get back, and we just don't have the population, and we don't have VIP seats to take them, and we don't have the big national sponsors, so we're just going to sell it on a common man's ticket to where everybody in the same family can enjoy the event. If you pay $400 or $500 to see somebody at an event, you're probably going to take your girlfriend, boyfriend, or your spouse, and you're going to leave the family at home.
Yeah.
Our event affords you the possibility of taking 4 or 5 generations. I don't know if you can get to 5 yet, but I've had 4 generations of the same family enjoy the festival.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the family atmosphere. When you go to a big arena, Henry, and you try to take the kids, especially if they're younger, it can be hard to keep them contained in a seat where everybody is sitting shoulder to shoulder. You don't have to worry about that at Comstock.
Yeah, and you might lose them. I talked to a gal the other day, and she said, I've got a brother in Wisconsin, and he's coming back for the festival. He comes back every year for Christmas to fix fence and to come to the Windmill Festival.
Nice.
And that's from Wisconsin. Then she said she's got a sister from Las Vegas, Nevada, that is coming back to the Windmill Festival. And they've got all the talent in the world. Why would you want to come to the Windmill Festival? That proves the point that it's worth coming a long ways to see. But better yet, the best part of the story is her mom is 68 years old, and her dad is 70-some years old, and they look forward to coming 1 or 3 days of the festival, and they have been doing that forever. So being a long ways from home is no excuse for not coming, or being old is no excuse for coming. I've got 4 gals from California coming the 4th year in a row, and if it wasn't worth coming, they sure wouldn't come from California.
Yeah. Well, and I know people come for the entertainment, obviously, but it's the atmosphere, don't you think, Henry, that kind of sets this apart, and that has just as much to do with people coming from afar as the entertainment does.
Yeah, although a lot of them need fixed up, there is no better scenery in the world than the sun setting on windmills.
Yeah. So tell us about some of the acts that you have coming this year.
Well, we basically upgraded the number of Nashville talent this year. We have got 10 Nashville acts. The first night, we got Jay Allen, a voice finalist, who has raised millions of dollars for Alzheimer funding and awareness. That makes him worth coming just because of his soul. We got Chevelle Shepherd, 1 million votes she got when she won The Voice. We got William Michael Morgan. He's had some number 1 songs like The Girl Like Me. Friday is going to be incredible. We got Allie Colleen, and you know her dad by chance, don't you?
I've heard that she might be related to Garth Brooks somehow.
Yeah, I think so. And I tell you what, we've got her back for the 3rd time in a row, and we've never done that to any artist other than Brad Paisley. And it's not because she's Garth's daughter. It's because, number 1, she likes me, and number 2, her show was twice as good as it was the year before, and it'll be better this year. She has got a lot of her Garth's entertainment in her. And then we got Mitchell Tenpenny. He's had 3 number 1 songs in the last year. So Drunk Me, If You Don't Lie About Me, I Won't Tell the Truth About You. And he's got another duet with another guy. 3 number 1s. So Friday is going to be just incredible. And you stack old Cooper Allen in the middle, who has got 8.2 million followers on what I call that tic-tac-toe. That means there's 8.2 million people that really appreciate his talent. He is worth the price of admission right there. So Friday is going to be incredible. And then Saturday, we really got the entertainment stacked up. We've got Ned Ledoux, who's been there several times. When his dad passed away and couldn't fill, he filled in for his dad and never missed a beat for entertainment. So we got our buddy Chris Ledoux. We got Kanan Smith, who's had #1 hits. Then we got Shane Prophet. Everybody's hearing this song, This Is the Way It Ought to Be, and it's moving up the chart. And then what my buddy from JJ Johnny James says, maybe the best act we've ever had there for talent, and that's CJ Solar. That's 4 Nashville acts in one day, and then we open up at 2 o'clock with extreme bull riding. That's all for the price of 1 ticket.
And that's all Saturday, the bull riding, and then the acts that you just mentioned. That's Saturday.
Yeah, that's a full day right there.
I would say, yeah. What about ticket prices right now, Henry? I mean, I know sometimes you try to give people some deals, especially early, in front of the festival. What about ticket sales, and how can people purchase them?
Well, that's what I'm here today to promote, which will probably be my last festival. I've done this 23 years, and I wouldn't trade it for $1 million to have the experience of bringing 500,000 people to the best time of their life. But my parents both immigrated from Germany, and I met a grandparent once for a week's time. I've got 7 grandkids, and I owe it to the people that I owe, and I owe it to my grandkids to be a part of their life, and it's pretty hard to do 3 things at once.
Yeah.
The reason I'm here to promote is, being this probably will be the last time, I don't want anybody to say they can't afford to come. I don't want anybody that's ever been saying that they didn't have time to come. So until Easter, we are promoting buying any ticket, single day or a 3-day pass, will admit 2 people.
Wow.
2 for the price of 1. And the reason I'm doing it is I want anybody who's ever experienced the magic of Comstock and hasn't been for a while to appreciate it one time more. And I want anybody that's never gone, and I want anybody that can't afford to come. So for that price, you just can't afford not to come. And I don't want no excuses. I want no excuse of being too expensive. I don't want no excuse of not having enough time. The only reason you shouldn't come to the festival this year is if you're going to somebody's funeral, and that'll take out 1 day. Or if you're getting married, that might take out 3, although I've got a couple getting married the week before, spending their honeymoon at Comstock.
There you go.
The world.
Can they get married at Comstock?
Well, I was thinking about that myself with Carrie Underwood, but I blew that chance.
Oh, okay. Well, man, what an announcement. What a deal. Now, you mentioned, before or up to Easter?
Yeah,
so
all day Easter long.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I won't, pardon my English, crap out on anybody. I'm loyal to the people that have bought sponsorships and tickets in the past and have already purchased them. Anybody that owns a single-day pass or a 3-day pass can also admit 2 people. So you put your faith out in supporting Comstock, we won't forget about you. So any existing ticket out there will admit 2 people at the gate.
Wow. Man, unbelievable. So I'm sure we've sparked a lot of interest here with this special. Where do people go to get their tickets? I assume they go online. Do they just go to the Windmill Festival website, or how's the best place to do it?
Yeah, you can go online, and we're starting to work with our ticket outlets. Trotters, Woe and Goes have tickets available.
Okay.
And it'll never be the case where you can't find a ticket. You can always buy at the gate, but I tell you what, you won't beat this deal.
No, I wouldn't
anywhere.
think so.
It's better than saving big money at Menards.
There you go. I would say so.
That's 11%. This is 50%.
Okay. And so this goes through Sunday.
Yes.
All right. Wow. I don't know how we follow up that announcement. That's pretty amazing.
It's the best lineup ever. And like I said, I don't want anybody to ever say they couldn't afford to come to Comstock. And I don't want anybody to say that they didn't have time to come back again. And this makes it real affordable. The biggest regrets that we got in life are not the things we did. It's the things that we didn't get around to doing. So maybe that will eliminate that. But I tell you what, I met a lot of incredible people, lost more than I own doing this project, but I wouldn't trade it for $1 million. And another thing, too, if you bring somebody along that has never been or never attended or couldn't afford it, what you're doing is you're sharing. And the more you share, the more you have, the more you give, the more you have. And what you're doing is you're sharing memories. What good does it go to a concert by yourself or somebody else and pay $400 or $500 to get a seat, and that's all you can do is talk amongst yourselves? You can bring your whole family to this thing. Kids' tickets are even cheaper. And when you share memories, it brings back a lot of memories that when you get old like myself, you can't even remember. But if you shared somebody, you deposited that memory in somebody else's mind, and they can remind you of the good time we had at the Comstock Windmill Festival.
There you go. Well, I think I speak for many when I say thank you for all of the great memories you have given people over the years, and the amazing entertainment that's come to, well, Custer County's backyard. It's pretty cool.
And it was never, ever even close to being conceived or intended by me. That's all I wanted to do, is develop a concert series to support the restoration of windmills and a house built by a homesteader and a country school, an icon that stands for Nebraska having more country schools in the United States than any state, and Custer County having more country schools than any county in the state. And it couples with the inspiration of my twin brother, who basically almost donated the Custer County Museum artifacts of a general store. So we got a homestead house and a general store and windmills and a country school. There isn't much more than that in developing the history of Nebraska.
Yeah. Wow, we've touched on a lot of things, a lot of exciting things, so we'll encourage people to get their tickets now, especially through Easter, to take advantage of this 2-for-1 special for the Comstock Windmill Festival coming up in June. Anything else, Henry, that you want to mention that maybe we haven't touched on yet during our conversation?
Well, I'm wearing my Comstock, making Comstock great again.
There you go.
But I didn't have enough room to put on that hat. It never was not great. Barnum and Bailey used to be the greatest show on earth, and Comstock was always a close second. And they retired and they quit doing business, and I always wanted to keep this thing going enough so we'd move up to number one. Well, we did it, and now it's time to give somebody else that slot.
There you go. Well, thanks for all you've done over the years with the Windmill Festival, and we'll really look forward to this one coming up in June.
Yeah, and anything that we've accomplished has been because of God's greater and glory and His miracles, because I've used up more miracles than are in several chapters of the Bible. And anything that went wrong is because I screwed up, but it was never intentional. My dad always told me, Henry, you just do the best you can.
That's all any of us can do right there.
That's all you can do.
All
Thank you for your support. Whenever you get around to it, I got a couple 3-day passes And each one of them will admit people, so whenever you decide to draw for them,
Okay.
that's your priority to do that. So
Wonderful.
however you do that, so somebody's going to get a free ride, compliments of KCNI.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we'll make sure that we give them away in style.
All right. Thank you
All
for
right.
your time.
Thanks, Henry. Appreciate you coming in. Henry mentioned that William Michael Morgan is going to be part of the lineup at the Windmill Festival. So here he is with his hit, I Met a Girl.